What's going on, New York Yankees fans? Welcome back to another video. If you guys have not already, like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on that notification button so you get notified when a live stream pops or video drops. I am sorry once again for the inactivity on this channel. If you go to my Twitter, I have a message about it in a Word document. Unfortunately, Twitter has a word limit, so I can't really explain in a bunch of words, but I posted a picture of like a Word document, a note to you guys basically explaining why I have been inactive lately. And, I'm going to get back on the ball because summer's coming around, school's ending, that stuff. And obviously, baseball is still in season and football's coming up. So there's going to be a lot of content. I'm going to try to really get creative with football. But right now, we're going to talk about baseball. I don't know where to start because this is one of the worst series I probably have watched this year. I mean, there's a couple of series, obviously, that top this. But if you honestly look at this team in the Phillies, not because it's Joe Girardi, not because it's Aaron Boone, they are polar opposites. And it's pretty interesting to say because that team has an actual superstar, Bryce Harper. They got Alec Bohm, Gene Segura, a couple of not too shabby guys, but also not power guys. Then you look at our team with Rougned Odor, Gary Sanchez, Giancarlo Stanton, and Aaron Judge. Now, not all of them are in the lineup, of course, in every game, but polar opposites. When we hit home runs, we hit home runs, and when we don't hit home runs against pitching, that's okay. Some good, obviously, with the Aaron Nola start, but, we don't hit home runs when we're facing either good pitching or we're just having a bad day, whatever the excuse is. But you look at the Phillies, they didn't hit a home run this series. So, and this team did really good with runners in scoring position this series. I'm not talking the Yankees, of course. I'm talking the Phillies. And this is not me trying to be right. This is not me trying to say, Joe Girardi was better. No, because I hate Philly fans with a passion. They are the scum of the earth. The Philly fanatic was trying to do some clown stuff. I think it was yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday, Saturday. And I even said, listen, I would have had Giancarlo Stanton go in there and take the ATV and just ride off. But obviously the Philly fanatic does its thing, and, they're all clowns. And once again, I hate the Eagles, and I also hate the 76ers as well, being a Knicks fan. Once again, this is not about me being right. This is about me just wanting my team to win. And unfortunately, they didn't win out of these games. So if you go in July and you lose both of the games at home to the Phillies, well, the Giants are better because at least they beat a Philly team this season. So with that being said, let's actually go to Saturday's game, started at 4:05. I didn't get a chance to watch the first half. I heard what happened. Second half, obviously, starting around the 8th inning, I got to watch LeMahieu's homer, stuff like that. So game one, Tyon blows up in the first, and it's time to stop the excuses for Tyon. And I understand, he hasn't pitched in 3 years. His batting average against is particularly high in his career. Now, as a pitcher, my personal preference for a pitcher to pitch to guys and stuff like that and not give up too many hits, I think your highest amount, if you want to be a good pitcher at least, and not give up too many runs, hits, whatever, I think the batting average you should aim at against, my personal preference, is around 240-ish. My personal opinion, once again. Tyon right now has a 265 batting average against. That's not good. When Deivi Garcia and Albert Abreu have higher batting averages, well, actually lower batting averages against, that's not... And I understand they haven't gotten starts like Tyon, and he hasn't gotten the run support, but this game, just out of the gate, you got one out in the bottom of the first. You gave up 4 runs, 1 walk, 5 hits. Now you're at a 5.74 ERA. You're literally not giving the offense a chance. And once again, it wasn't just everybody smacking the ball out of the park. This team did not hit homers in the series. It was all base hits. It was all sac flies, RBI doubles, RBI singles, RBI triples, whatever it is. It was situational hitting. They did good with runners in scoring position. Honestly, in the times I've done these recaps this year, I have not seen a team like the Phillies do what they did against the Yankees this series. And I know I was going to do this at the end. Might as well point it out while I'm talking. The Yankees, 2 for 12 with runners in scoring position. Phillies, 8 for 19. How do you get 19 opportunities to put runners in scoring position or to have them score, I should say? How do you have those opportunities? Because you give up a bunch of hits. They give up 14 hits combined with everybody in the bullpen. Obviously, Britton came back, and obviously, that's a good thing, and he didn't really do that bad. Got a strikeout, whatever. But it's nonsense. It really is. It's, the pitching's starting to crumble because the offense isn't there, and there's no adjustments being made. And going back to the runners in scoring position, 8 for 19. You may look at that as, oh, that's not good. It's 42%. And I've been trying to look up some stats in terms of average runners in scoring position. I haven't found them yet, but that doesn't mean I won't do research, because I'm pretty sure if you hit like that in a series, that's got to be pretty damn good. And if you're not doing it with home runs, well, once again, it's got to be pretty damn good. So to kind of recap chronologically what happened, Tyon blew up in the first, 3 straight singles, a 2-run single from Bryce Harper, Andrew McCutchen sac fly, Alec Boehm RBI single. Then they took him out for, I believe it was Nestor Cortes. Then they put in Cessa, Peralta, Britton, Green, and then Chapman, obviously, in extra innings. We'll talk about that. Gary Sanchez gets the Yankees on the board with a solo shot. He's been hitting well the last couple of games. I need to see consistency. Just like I said with Andujar, just like I said with Frazier at the end of the Twins series or the series before that, I need to see consistency. Everybody's jumping back. Gary haters this. Okay, he's hitting well. But when he starts sucking again, and if he does, and I don't want to be right about this, when he starts sucking, if he does whatever, and you're saying, oh, I'm off the Gary train. Buddy, you tweeted how many weeks ago that you were on the Gary train, that there's Gary haters. And I don't think Gary haters, my personal opinion, are Gary haters. I think Gary haters are people who criticize him for actually doing bad things, like having mental errors and getting it in his head. That's my personal opinion. Then Gardner, he still can leg stuff out. He, coming off the Twins series, he had a 3-hit game, and he's been doing some decent stuff around. Legs out a RBI triple in the second inning. At that point in the game, it is 4-2. Then in the 4th inning, they got back, meaning the Phillies. They extended the lead with a Gene Segura RBI single. Then Alec Boehm extends the lead with another RBI single in the 5th. Then Ronald Torreyes, I miss him so much. I'd rather him than Tyler Wade. He was a character to have in the clubhouse. The Tonight Show, that was my favorite, in 2017, around that team. Even in 2016, we didn't do anything, but you had the Baby Bombers, you had the Tonight Show. I really miss Ronald Torreyes, but they traded him, I think it was to the Dodgers or another team. I'm like, what are you doing? Actually, he got traded from the Dodgers. They traded him to somebody else. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, seriously. And then I guess that prequeled the analytical stage of the Yankees. Not that they didn't do analytics before, but, the advanced analytical stage of the Yankees, doing this, doing that, whatever, with Aaron Boone. That's obviously a topic we'll get into in another video, do something like that. So he got back his former team with an RBI single. Actually, it may have been an RBI double. It was an RBI double, staying corrected. Then Rugen Odor starts the inning off with a leadoff home run. It's 7-3 there in the 6th. Then Sanchez knocks in his second RBI. Yankees down by 3, 4-7. In the 8th inning, then you go to the 9th inning, where everything happens. DJ LeMahieu hits a 3-run bomb to left field. I was so happy at that time. I just got home from a friend's house doing some stuff, and I'm like, can we please try to make it back? And then DJ LeMahieu just smacks it off. And honestly, that might just be bad luck for the Yankees, because going back to 2019, we don't know what happened. With that being said, Chad Green works out a tough jam in the 9th. I mean, that's just part of baseball, part of being a relief pitcher. If you're given a shitty situation, you have to work out of it, whether it's extra innings or not. Good job. Chad Green pitched 2 innings, 1 hit, 1 walk, and a strikeout. And then, despite the road advantage with a runner on second, the Yankees failed to take advantage. Multiple strikeouts, multiple stuff from there. It just wasn't good. And once again, this was another series or another game, because I think they had another game where they gave a walk-off somebody. I think somebody was a home team. They had the advantage, and then they blew it. Strikeouts, groundouts, not moving the runner over. And what did the Phillies do in the bottom half of the inning? They moved the runner over. Then he was safe at first because Chapman made an errant throw. Tyler Wade actually tried staying on the bag, but he couldn't because it's so high. He had to catch it, and something as a fielder, especially a first baseman, prioritize the ball over the base. If it's high, you're not going to say, oh, let me clip my foot to the bag. No, you have to stay with the ball. So he caught it, and then what happened was, it was a walk-off hit. Aroldis Chapman gives it up, and, he gets the loss. It's an unearned run because of the runner on second, but that's just the way baseball is played. And once again, I said this a couple series ago, if the players are not going to stand up for themselves, if the managers and the coaches are not going to say anything, well, you have to play by the rules. And playing by the rules means dealing with this crap. And obviously the Yankees can't find a way around it. So with that being said, let's go into Game 2. Domingo Germán on the mound, and not much of a different start for the Yankees. He gave up 10 hits, which is probably a season high for him. 4.1 innings pitched, 7 earned runs, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk. Judge out with back spasms. I just want to prequel this for the chronological events. But Judge out with back spasms. It was a weird lineup. I mean, not that I didn't expect them, or I should say I expected him not to score any runs. But Judge was out, which means it was a funky lineup, especially with the pitcher hitting. So you literally had Gardner in center and Duhar in left and Frazier in right. That is not an outfield that you should have. I'm sorry, but you know what? Frazier, he's gotten better defensively. Gardner's still there somewhat, and then you have Andujar, who's a good hitter. Where is Stanton? We cannot be afraid to put him out in the field, especially when your offense is lacking. If you're saying, Stanton coming off the Twins series is really good, okay, then put him in the lineup. I'm pretty sure, in terms of not pinch hitting, but starting, he was not in the starting lineup at all. Oh, we don't want to put him in the field. Well, you know what, buddy? Your team's going to suck. Sorry, but Stanton and Judge are the best players on this team offensively other than DJ LeMahieu and maybe a couple others on occasion. But my point is, your best home run hitter, second best, whatever you categorize him as, why don't you put him out in the field? If it's going to make your offense better, fine. Put him out there for the first 5-6 innings. Just doesn't make a lot of sense. He was a former right fielder. It's not like he's been a DH his whole life. What is he, David Ortiz? David Ortiz even started as a first baseman, so it didn't make a lot of sense there. But with that being said, Odor was batting third. Where's that analytic once again? Batting second, batting third. Once again, no lineup configuration because of the talent, and then because the players don't execute on the manager's orders that actually don't happen because the manager doesn't give orders. He just sits there and, he's puppet boy. Sorry, that's just what it is. Phillies straw out their first couple of runs on the first couple of innings based on fundamentals as well. Hit and run. Wow. Where have we seen that? In the past, because the Yankees don't do it anymore. Bunting, hit and run. That's an easy way to score runs. Segura almost scored on the hit and run. That's how successful it was. But once again, hey, Yankees analytics over fundamental baseball, right? And then JT Realmuto hit an RBI infield single. Then the Yankees turned a tremendous double play. Torres and Odor, I'll give them credit there. Torres saved it up the middle. He threw it to Odor. Then they had a rundown. I think it was Segura or somebody else in between the base pass. Between second and third. Nice play. Double play wasn't a triple play because there was no just line out threw it to second. It would have still been a double play anyway, but my point is that nice defensive play from a team that's not really defensively good. So with that being said, Abdul Herrera extends the Philly lead with an RBI double. Gene Segura hits a 2-run single. It's 4-0 at that point. Then a couple innings later, failed pickoff attempt. That just sets the tone of the game right there. There's tone setters for different types of games. One game that I can remember from football standpoint is when Marcus Golden sacked Daniel Jones. I believe it was on the first drive. He strip sacked them. They took it back. It wasn't a touchdown, but they were near the goal line. Yeah, the Giants made the stop, but the point is that was a tone setter. Daniel Jones getting sacked. The defense not doing good. We lost that game 26-7. And that game, this whole series was a reality check for the Yankees coming out of the Twins series. The Twins literally have bums pitching. Sorry, but that's just what he is. Pineda didn't do well. Happ didn't do well. Randy Dobnak didn't do well. Their bullpen not doing well. They're at the bottom of the AL Central for a reason. They're not there by surprise. They're not super competitive. Going to the Phillies series where they're second place, they are above 500 now. Thank you, Yankees. But with that being said, LeMahieu failed to catch a pickoff. It was right there. He failed to catch it. Runner goes to third. I think it was Segura again, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it was Segura. Then JT Realmuto knocks in another RBI single, 5-0 at that point. Germán doesn't last 5 innings. Wandy Peralta comes in. Then it's Lucas Ludge. Then it's Loaiza to finish it out. And the point that sucked about this game is that with the bullpen usage, the prior day you had limited arms. Loaiza, Ludge, and Peralta were your options. Maybe somebody else if they were available. But I highly doubt it. With that being said, Germán, I don't think he would. Let's be honest. If things had not gone the way they went in the game before this one, I think Germán would have been out way sooner. Because if they had more arms, he would not have given up 10 hits and 7 runs. Let's put it that way. It just, but once again, it's not the amount of usage and talent, whatever. It's actually, it is talent because Wandy Peralta. Honestly, people are saying we lost that trade, we won that trade. I think we lost it, and I think the San Francisco Giants lost it too. But then again, I don't talk to Giants fans in the MLB version, so I would have to find out what Tauchman has done for them, but he's hitting like 187 right now, so that's not really good. With that being said, Germán in the last 5 innings, as I mentioned. McCutchen extends the lead with a 2-run double. I mean, another former Yankee right there. He was all right in pinstripes. I mean, he wasn't bad. He wasn't good. Hit 255 or something like that with the Yankees, so not bad. And then Odor. Him, DJ LeMahieu, and Gleyber Torres got the only hits of the game. It was 4 hits. Odor, you have to be fucking kidding me right now. And I'm tired of the possible excuses that people are throwing out. Because, it's the players. It's not just the players, because players forget things too. And I'm not going to be defending players here. How in the hell do you run with a ball right in front of you? We have seen this before. The media has criticized it before. I don't want to hear anything. Oh, well, Gary would have gotten, a bigger reaction from the fan base. Shut up. Shut up, because you're doing that for clicks. Now, my point is this. Odor, you have been playing in the league for many years now. And let's be honest. If you've ever played shortstop in your life, and I don't know if you have, you are to know that if there's a runner on second with less than 2 outs, he is likely not going to advance on a ball to the shortstop. Gary, he's a catcher. He should still know that. But you are an infielder. I don't care where you play. First base, second base, third base, shortstop. I don't care where you play. You are to know that. I don't know what the hell you were doing on the bases, but I'm about done with you. This power every once in a while, not happening. Sorry. I'm not an analytics bug that just says, he hits a home run every 20 at-bats, he's the best hitter on the Yankees. Shut up. Shut up. He's hitting like 185, not good. We got him to enforce a lefty bat in the lineup, and he has not worked out since. Looks like the cash side has worked out, and that's obviously the Texas Rangers side. And I don't know how much of the contract they're paying, but whatever. We got to move on. So to pretty much base it out, Yankees lose 7-0. Last inning, pretty much there. Aaron Nola, good job by you, man. Good job by Joe Girardi managing. I mean, I know possibly, and I know I'm doing this, for people who just to irritate them or whatever. He left him in at like 106 pitches, and then when he was out at 106, they booed. But you know what? He had a nice outing, and the bullpen finished up well. And the bullpen, I don't think, is the greatest for them. But once again, they make it work. And I will go about this one more time. Runners in scoring position and not hitting a home run every single game. Runners in scoring position, this certain game right here, Yankees 0 for 3. What are the Phillies? They're 6 for 13. That is almost 50%. You cannot ask for a better hitting performance from a team that is in second place of a division that literally sucks donkey. That's just the facts. And they don't have all the pitching in the world. They don't have necessarily all the talent in the world and the power in the world. But hey, they get it done. The Yankees haven't gotten it done. And let's be honest, we might get smacked by the Blue Jays because they just came off of a win. It's like 18-4 against Boston. We got swept by Boston. We lost 2 out of 3 to the Blue Jays. We are going to their field in Buffalo. We might get our ass kicked. I hope I'm wrong, honestly, but we might get our ass kicked. Sorry, just putting it out there. And if I'm right, I'm right. If I'm not right, well, I'm going to come on here and say that I'm not right and we actually do something. But once again, same old stuff, same old nonsense, and it's the same stuff. I apologize to you guys. I keep coming at you with the same nonsense every week because this is what the team is doing. This is what the team is doing. And, some idiot asked Boone if they're used to losing. He said no, and he was very angry about that, which I'll give him credit. But once again, No adjustments. No locker room stuff. This philosophy is starting to expire. 2 years ago, the Michael K's of this world and everybody, 200 wins in the last 2 years. What is that doing right now? What is that doing right now? Jack Del Rio coached the Raiders to a 12-4, 13-3 season. The next year he was fired for like a 7-9 season, 6-10, whatever they were. And if you ask Raider fans for the reaction to somebody saying, oh, well, he coached you guys to the playoffs the previous year, they're going to be like, yeah, but how does that affect this year? Sorry, that's just the way it is. With that being said, guys, if you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, turn on the notification button so you get notified when a live stream pops or video drops. Memory stream coming soon. We actually formatted it. We just have to pick a date. Boys in Big Apple, 8 p.m., really at 10 p.m. on Mondays. Interesting topics, Yankees, NBA, NFL. I know Luca wants to talk about this Jamison Crowder topic that a lot of people are freaking out about. But it's going to be fun. We always have fun. We enjoy the viewers. With that being said, guys, peace out. See you later. And go Yankees.